they look like the Chiefs again. But part of looking like the Chiefs is getting away with some stuff.
Yeah, and then they didn't get away with it in the past several games. They wasn't the games that they were losing, and he was turning the ball over. They were not getting away with that. And on top of that, he was being harassed. Last night, he really wasn't being harassed. He was able to move around, and his vision of the field is so impeccable. He knows where all the receivers are. And one thing I walked away from yesterday saying, as I was watching the game, is I think when he does that back across the field stuff is because when a quarterback goes the opposite way, the defenders tend to lax because they're like, well, he's going over there.
Darrell Williams had a hell of a game. Talk about a breakout for, second in line running back there. Their defense has gotten better. I mean, look, they've given up, something like 38 points in their last 14 quarters. And we talked about their defense making the right steps, and their O-line didn't give up one sack. Now, granted, he scrambled out of the pocket a couple of times, but I think if you're the Chiefs, you're going in the right direction, going into a big-time game against the Cowboys coming up this weekend.
Going into a divisional game. Hey, your quarterback's going to throw for 400 yards and 5 TDs. You're feeling pretty good. What Jay just said, Key, is something I've been talking about with the Chiefs all year, which is the offensive line, a lot of new pieces. That kind of takes time to gel. Spagnuolo's defenses tend to get better as the year goes on. To me, I saw both those things happen, turn a corner last night.
Well, when you get 41 points, your defense can play a certain way. They're not playing from behind. They're not playing tense. Like, you literally controlled the game. And it wasn't like the Raiders' offense and Derek Carr. Derek Carr had a decent game. He was fine. He threw a pick, but he was whatever it was. I think it was like 25, 35, 270-something yards. Just a nice little cool game, but that wasn't enough. And then your defense continuously giving up the goods. You're not going to win very many football games by doing that. They could not slow down the Kansas City Chiefs. So, therefore, Kansas City's defense can now do whatever they need to do because they know that the Raiders' offense, they already know that the Raiders' offense can't play pace for pace with their offense. So now they can just go pin their ears back.
Scrambling out of pocket, and he throws the ball across his body to Darrell Williams. That was a 50-50 ball. But for Darrell Williams to get that ball, that's what you're used to seeing, that kind of mojo behind Patrick Mahomes when he becomes Houdini and he makes plays.
That's a great point to me. Is that how much of that is real? Like, I think of Deshaun Watson in college, right? And to me, even in the championship game, which they won by the skin of their teeth, part of the reason his receivers were getting 50-50 balls, to me, looked like he believes in them. Go get it. They believe, all that's kind of uplifting when you think your quarterback believes.
Most of the time when it's one-on-one coverage like that, it's either going to come down, the receiver's going to come down with the ball, or nobody's going to come down with it. And quarterbacks kind of know that. Patrick Mahomes has had a gift this year of giving it to the other team. He's been gifting the other team the football. This game last night, that wasn't the case. He had no turnovers. And when you don't have any turnovers, you don't beat yourself. And clearly with his numbers that he put up, when you go 35 for 50 and, a little bit over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns and no turnovers, you're going to probably win 99.9% of your games.
When you talked about Kyler Murray,
don't turn the ball over.
I think Mahomes has another level past this one, guys, because you talked about Kyler Murray, the way it's like handoffs. Rodgers can take chances, but he puts it in a place where only the offensive player can make a play on the ball. That Mahomes, when he's going right, does that. That wasn't him last night. That was him. Hey, come on, let's get this together, right? Not like okay, here it is. I know it looks risky, but in fact, I'm not putting it in a place where the defender can get it. Last night, he wasn't there yet to me.
Very Brett Favre-ish.
Very Brett Favre.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.